Going to take just a minute here to wait for more people to roll in. When you come in, make sure and say hello. Tell me who you are, where you're from. I want to talk to you today about the answer to all of your problems and challenges. Would you like to know what the answer is? You see, and to do this, I'm going to take a very esoteric topic and do my best to simplify it and break it down. And so I'm assuming because you're one of my followers here and that you're tuning in, that you're willing to think beyond the norm. So most people see time as a linear experience. You know, there's yesterday, today, tomorrow. But the fact is, time is not a linear experience. Time, according to Einstein, does not exist. Einstein stated, time does not exist as we know it. Time, past, present, future, all coexist right now. Now that boggles the mind. And the linear time that we operate by is convenient, and it's useful for us to get to work and to get to appointments and meetings and such. But that's not really how time works. Time is actually circular because everything in this universe undulates, spins, vibrates. And that's a whole nother topic. In physics, there's a new concept called vertical time, which says time does not move in this direction. Time moves vertically. In other words, all there is a myriad of now, all stacked upon each other. Now, when you talk about achieving your dreams, there's a whole conversation that we could spend a day or more on that one. But that's not the purpose for today, and I'm going to try to keep this tight because I know you're busy. So you're facing challenges right now. Most people, because they think time is in a linear fashion, believe that, thank you for that heart, believe that the solutions to their problems and challenges reside in the future. Let me give you an example. And listen to the language. You know, when I do this, then I will get that. You know, the whole idea of the law of attraction was built upon this linear time model, which really doesn't exist. I digress. I could talk about that one as well. When I do this, I'll get that. You know, when I eat better and exercise more, I'll have a better physical body. When I get my new mate, then I will be more happy and fulfilled. When I get a different job, when I make more money, you know, when I, then I will. See, all of those things are when I are in the future. You with me on this? Now stick with me because I know, again, like I said, this is a bit esoteric. But the solutions to your problem are not in the future. The solutions are in the past. And so you have to practice going into the past and changing the past. And you go, James, how do I do that? Well, you know, when I was blessed to study with a shaman for years and years, they called it erasing your personal history. Because the questions you should be asking are not when I do this, I will get that, or the way you should be thinking is not when I do this, I will get that, or when this happens, then I will be more happy and fulfilled or more successful. What you should be contemplating is, why am I not doing it right now? There's a reason that you're not eating right and exercising more right now. There's a reason that you're not making more money right now. There's a reason why you don't have the perfect relationship that you deserve right now. And that reason resides in the past. Are you following me on this? Now, again, you know, no one's commenting, so I'm making an assumption here that I'm talking to the right crowd. So give me some feedback, because, you know, I don't want to just talk if you're not tracking with me. I'm getting some hearts and some thumbs up. I appreciate that. The reason that you do what you do right now and you have what you have, do not reside in the now or in the future. They reside in the past. And what is that past? Well, it's your trauma. It's your unresolved emotional issues. Now, trauma is a big word, but trauma can be anything. Anything traumatic is traumatic. It could be, your mom and dad moved you across country when you were a kid. It could be a divorce. It could be, a physical trauma, a health trauma, a death in the family. I mean, there's a whole host of things that qualify as trauma. And typically, when these happen in our formative years, we don't have the mental abilities and skills to deal with them. And so we suppress them. We hide them. Thank you, Camelia. I hope I said that right. I'm glad you're listening, and I'm glad you finally responded. But we don't have the abilities to deal with them. And so what do? We stuff them. Or we become addicted. Addicted to what? Addicted to escapism. We become, addicted to sex. We become addicted to substances. We become addicted to work. We become addicted to running and hiding from our own pain because we don't know how to deal with it. Does that make sense to you? And so the only solution for you to live the life you desire and deserve right now, much less in the future, is by taking care of the past. Because the past is where the problem resides. Hey, Scott, thanks. Hey, Krishna. See my little statue back here, Krishna, one of my favorite Hindu gods. Actually, that's Shiva, sorry. But nonetheless, the solutions resolve in the past. And as I said to you earlier, when I studied with the shaman, they called it erasing personal history. I love that terminology. Erasing your personal history. What is your personal history? It's your story. Thank you, Don. It's your story. And the story about your life determines your life. If you change your story, you change your life. Now, all of us run on 95% unconscious drivers. Modern psychology tells us this. 95% of what you do every single day is driven by your unconscious mind. And what's there? Well, it's all the trauma. It's all the unresolved emotional issues that have not been dealt with, not because you didn't want to. You just did the best you could with limited resources. You stuffed it. You suppressed it. You ran from it. You became addicted to a whole host of behaviors. And so consequently, they need to be healed. And to do that, you have to go into the past and you have to bring them into conscious awareness and you have to heal them, integrate them, bring back a literal piece of your soul so that you become whole. W-H-O-L-E. And the more you become whole, the more you have 100% of who you really are to bring to the game. So many people right now are saying, hey, I need new sales strategies. I need more marketing techniques. I need better workouts. I need to eat better. I need to, find my perfect relationship. And while all those things are well and good, and there's a time and a place, what you will hear from me when you work with me, is not about those things, although I can give you some of those things. What you will get from me is quintessential wisdom. The word quintessential means the foundation, because until you clean up, strengthen up, heal up the foundation, then you have nothing to build a new structure upon. Or if you build a structure upon a faulty foundation, it'll be a faulty structure at best, and it won't sustain. Does that make sense to you? Now, I know this from experience because I've had a lot of falls in my history because I had a faulty foundation upon which I was building. No, I do not. No, great question, Camelia. I don't mean living the situation in the past again. What I mean is going back and uncovering it and becoming conscious of it and healing it. Because reliving it again just roots it deeper. And so, the work that you do with me is to be able to bring your current awareness. Let's say something happened to you when you're 9 years old. You don't have a lot of tools when you're 9 years old and a lot of strategies. You don't understand. And so you do the best you can to cope. And it's not very good. In the moment, it's the best you got. But now you show up in your 30s, 40s, 50s, and now this thing is haunting you because it's stuff down inside of you and it's been compartmentalized from you, and it's a piece of your soul that is taken away. And so consequently, it's there and you're unconscious of it. And the thing that's a rub about things that are unconscious is that because you're not conscious of them, you don't know how to deal with them. And so obviously we can't deal with those things here today, but what I want you to walk away with today, hey David, what I want you to walk away with today, and it's more than reframing it, David, that's part of it. That's part of it. It's about integrating it. Big difference. Reframing situations is powerful, but healing and integrating is a step or two beyond. And what I want you to walk away from today is, let me say what I said to begin with. The solutions to your problems do not reside in the now. The solutions to your problems do not reside in the future, even though most people do. Listen to think they do. Listen to your language. When I get this, then I will be that. That's in the future. It's just not true. It's not true because you're not going to get this until you heal the cause. You have to go back to the cause, which resides in the past. And when you heal the cause, then all the effects will follow. I hope that makes sense to you. I know there's a lot of people you could be tuning in here to on social media, and you honor me with your presence today. Thank you so much. I'd love to help you. There's a link above my head, and I and my team would love to help you in any way we can. And for today, just remember where the solution resides. And when you go back and you bring that back from the past into the now, you literally take your power back. God bless you. Thanks for being here. Lots of love. We'll talk soon.